Good morning. Good morning. Just woke up to a lot of mess, didn't we? Everybody. We all woke up to a lot, didn't we? Um, it's been a minute. It's been some stuff going on. It's been some stuff going on. This is your morning reminder to take your medication and everything. There's some drama going down right now, so I understand most people are over there chilling and looking at it. Um, and I get that. You know what I'm saying? That's the way it be sometimes. I gotta take my morning medications. Good morning, James. Good morning in the clouds, everybody that's up there. Uh, right now, we have some drama going down, so that's why everybody's over there probably either at Lemons peeking in the clouds or they over there at Dragons peeking in the clouds. They peeking together, child. They peeking. Everybody peeking. I know y'all gonna come up in here when y'all get done. Let me know what happens in case I miss it, child. Okay, so basically, what had happened over the weekend. All right, we had a lot of stuff that went down over the weekend. I missed some of it, but I saw some of it, right? I do know that the biggest storyline that's went on over the weekend, as far as I can tell, is Mrs. Zintel and Jay Dunn and Lemon. Lemon's talking about doing the Halloween contest in lieu of Lady Nika. I will say this, Lady Nika, you're in our prayers. Losing a family member is never easy. Take all the time you need off these streets. Don't worry about nobody else right now. You worry about you and your family. You know what I'm saying? It's always hard to lose a sibling. I know I've lost two. Um, and if especially in the fact that I heard that um, they were twins and that it's not been too long since the other one passed away. So, Lady Nika, we praying for you, boo, and I hope that God gives you the strength right now to make it through because it's never easy. People make it. Oh yeah, no, it's never easy when you lose a sibling, especially if you were real close to them and whatnot. Because I'm gonna tell you something. When I lost my brother, it was devastating. You know what I'm saying? My brother was my everything. Now my sister and me, it still hurt, but you know, it was a little different with him. But it was also because he was special needs. I've said it before, right? So it was like, you know, it was a lot different. But um, everything is like I don't have no grandparents left, so I understand loss. You know what I mean? So for you, Lady Nick, I am so sorry. Boo, do what you got to do. Um, you know, Lemon's gonna do. Basically, he's supposed to be stepping in for Lady Nika. Lady Nika was gonna pass off the torch anyway. For her, it's a lot getting that stuff together. She just wants to come live, enjoy her little moments with her people, and jump off. Right? She don't want. It's a lot to put on these contests. A lot of people don't understand. Like I know I've seen VS, I've seen Mr. Zentel, I've seen Ness, I've seen all these people who put on the contest, ODS, um, go through so much stuff after the contest, right? Now today is Mod Monday. I know that a lot of people ain't in here right now because of what's going on with the dramatization. But as soon as I see some moderators pop down in here that I know that are moderators, I do want to have a conversation with you right now. I am going over what happened this weekend. Now, Dragon said in her lives that Lemon gave her $300 in total. But it was like wasn't 300 all like at one time. It was like 20 here, 5 here, 30 here. And eventually that does add up, you know. Now people are talking about the white dude that Dragons had with her, and some people say he Cuban. Hey, Bray Black. Some people say he Cuban, but people talking about he white boy because all they see is, his skin tone at the time, so he looks like a white boy, so they're gonna call him a white boy. Hey, King Kush, But Dragons, I will tell you, girl, you look good in that bathing suit, baby. You look good in it. You know what I mean? Your hair was sitting straight. Your body was looking good. Go ahead, girl. That's all I gotta say. I just report the news you can use. And then okay, so Dragons and Lemon are into it, right now, and this is fixing to amp up for this week, because basically what had just happened, y'all, not even 30 minutes ago, right, on Lemon's live. He's still live right now. Um, is that Dragons was up there and her and Lemon were trying to have a conversation, and Dragons told Lemon that she was trying to have a conversation with him for him to drop Jay Dunn. He said, I ain't dropping Jay Dunn, right? Dragon says she'll feel like arguing with Jay Dunn. So Dragons dropped. She said, okay, then I'll drop. She went over to her channel. Now, Dragons, what you doing over there crying? And didn't you say that you wanted to have this conversation in private because that's your homie, right? That's your partner. I'm gonna say this right now. Everybody knows that I have a connection with certain people on this app, right? The Hood Table, VS, right? Them my people, right? If we got into a kerfuffle on these streets, I'm not gonna come to these streets with it. I'm gonna call them theyself. I'm gonna contact them themselves, right? And I'm gonna talk to them behind the scenes, and I'm gonna be like, "Yo, so what happened, dog? You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened?" I'm like, I'm gonna talk to them. I'm not gonna talk to the streets. I'm not gonna tell y'all all our business. That's just not the way I am. And if they decided they never want to speak to me again, guess what? I'm still not gonna bring nothing we ever said to each other on these streets. Not never ever. Because I'm gonna tell you something. I've held secrets for some friends of mine that I ain't friends with no more for over 30 years, 20 years, 15 years. And I ain't never let it go. And guess what? I ain't never going to. Because there's certain things when you call somebody a friend, it's different than a YouTube ship, right? YouTube ship's different. I understand that. If y'all were ever truly friends, both of you, now this goes to you, Lemon, and you, Dragons. Listen up. Come in. Come closer. Y'all two need to call each other and talk about it. If it wasn't a real friendship, do what you got to do. Make your content. But if it's a real friendship, you don't make your friend content. I don't care. Now, if they make you content, that shows they never saw you as a friend in the first place. If they can't call you up and get you behind the scenes, and they got to do it in a public way, there was never your. She was crying, Ray. She was straight up boo-hooing, crying. She did lead into she was his beard trying to hide up things. So she knew that was a hurtful point for him. I believe that's why she did that. You know what I'm saying? Now I will say Miss O said later she on Miss Pizarro's later. Miss Intel gonna go live later, right? And Miss O says she gonna read Lemon for Fifth. She says she gonna read him for Fifth, chat. She said it's coming because I heard that on YTC. Shout out YTC this morning, beautiful. I didn't get to say hey in your chat because I was running around trying to get my coffee. I was doing all kind of stuff. So I apologize for not, dropping down and saying hey, but I did give you a like, a click, and a view, and I was there, baby doll. Just want you to know that. I was there because I was trying to watch Lemon, YTC, and then when Dragons popped live, I was trying to watch all three at one time, child. Because if I see, and Reed was live this morning too. So she is back. Reed, quit saying you ain't back. You back, child. Just admit it. It's like the crack you can't put down. But that's the beef sector, child. Even when I was gone for those 2 years, I still popped back in. It was like the crack you can't put down. You know what I'm saying? It's better than a reality TV sometimes. That's why a lot of us love the beef sector. Tell the truth. It's like watching reality TV right in front of your face. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's like. And it's fun sometimes. I said sometimes, child. I said sometimes. See, that's the same thing, Ray. I keep my mouth shut That's why a lot of people do trust me and love me. It's because I know when to shut the up. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of things that I don't let go, and I never will. That's the thing about me. I'm not that type of person. I am not gonna let anybody's personal or private information go. I'm not that type of person. Even if a person hasn't told me a lot of private information, even if something small, I'm still not gonna say it. That's just like I've seen people get doxxed on here, right? And a long time ago, VS asked me, said, well, she said, Charlie, why didn't you get my number from the docs? It was still the same number, child. Why didn't you call me? I said, because I'm not that type of person. Unless you give me your number personally or a way to contact you personally, I'm not going to look up what nobody else put down because you didn't give it to me. That would be weird, in my opinion, just to call somebody. But even though she knew me and she knew I was coming from a place of love, still, that's weird. I ain't calling nobody from no docs number or nothing like that. I want you to say, hey, I want you to have it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, why, Tanya? Good morning, beautiful. So basically, that's what's going on with the drama this morning so far that I've seen. And then over the weekend. Now, I will say that the neck bone challenge was beautiful. Miss Hazel Diane won. Miss make sure I get Miss Tracy's World was in it, and Miss Uppity was in it. There was one more person that was in it, but they kept having to pop up and pop back down. So I'm trying to remember who that was. Now, Miss Hazel Diane won the neck bone challenge. The only thing, and I told Miss Hazel this, Miss Hazel's cool. I like her. Miss Hazel Diane. I don't do sweet cornbread. I told her I would try her recipe though. She said it was good. I said I would try it, but I don't do sweet cornbread. That's why I don't use Jiffy cornbread mix. I am very picky about my cornbread. I have to use sunflower cornmeal. Okay. I'm very picky about it. I want mine a little more on the savory side, if that makes sense. I want the crunch. You know what I mean? Like, I want the outside to be crunchy, the inside to be not too dry, also, because I can't stand when somebody makes dry cornbread that makes it feel like you're eating sandpaper. Don't do that to me neither. But I like the crunch on the outside. You know what I mean? I've been making cornbread my entire life since I was a little bitty kid, right? Ever since I started cooking. And I like my cornbread a specific way. Now, I do know that you can add real corn to it. I do not add real corn to it because I like corn, but not that much. Let me say it that way. Okay. But there's only 3 ingredients in cornbread. If you really know, you know. It's egg, grease, and cornmeal. And you might have to add a touch of water if it's too dry. You know what I'm saying? But you use some kind of grease and egg. Egg is what binds the cornmeal together. Now you can use, now I'm gonna tell y'all a little secret. So you don't, some people do like to put a little sprinkle of sugar in their cornbread. I don't, but I'm gonna tell you a little secret. Did you know that you could use salad dressing mayonnaise or regular mayonnaise for your egg substitute? A lot of us Southerners do that. We'll use mayonnaise instead of eggs, or we'll use like 1 egg and 2 teaspoons of mayonnaise, and it keeps your cornbread moist, and it keeps it like the texture right. If y'all didn't know, I use salad dressing mayonnaise though. Let me explain to you why. Now I noticed up north they don't. A lot of places don't sell salad dressing mayonnaise anymore. I'm like, what? That's a Southern thing. Because we use it in a lot of other things too that require that, so you can cut down on sugar a little bit. But mayonnaise, put 2 teaspoons of mayonnaise in your cornbread, and it'll make it to where it'll be moist. It ain't gonna, pop out. And the reason you put the grease in it is because as it cooks the grease out of it, right? And it makes the outside crunchy. It makes it good and crunchy, child. Hey, Miss Tracy, now your neck bones was looking good this weekend. Your neck bones, girl, was looking good, Miss Tracy. That's why I said all y'all did a really amazing job, in my opinion. Tracy, yours reminded me of something my mama would do. Same like all of y'all, uppity, all y'all did good. You know what I'm saying? I will say it don't take me that long to cook cornbread, though. It only takes about 30, 45 minutes. What she should have done was she knew the time and frame on when her net bones was gonna get done, Miss Uppity, was put it in like 30, 45 minutes before you know your neck bone's gonna be done. So while your neck bones is cooking, right, you over here stirring up your cornbread and you put them in there. I do not like Jiffy. Do not give me Jiffy. I don't like it. I don't want that sweet cornbread. I want the savory cornbread. I'm a Southern born and bred. A lot of us don't like the sweet cornbread. If you ask us, and we're very picky about the cornmeal we use too. Like my mama is a believer in the sunflower brand. If they ever did without that brand, I think my mama would have a heart attack, y'all. That's the only brand she'll buy. She is picky about that brand. That's the one thing, if they raised up the price, she would still buy. She wouldn't go to no off brand, no cheap brand. She has to have her sunflower cornmeal mix. But Miss Tracy, that looked good. And Miss Hazel Diane, you did an amazing job. All y'all. And I love the fact that y'all talking about doing a cooking show together. That would be real cute. I think all y'all getting up there like making different dishes, and maybe y'all have the same dish y'all all make that day would be a great idea. I would tune in to watch a cooking show. Y'all know Miss DC Kool-Aid, her and Miss Lisa, they be doing cooking shows. I like when I be watching DC Kool-Aid cook. But basically, Dragons did say, that she get a lemon over the period of time that they've been friends. She said it was about $300. And Just Krista, Tulsa, and Dragons are talking about doing a panel show. I will say that there is a rumor. Now, this is a rumor, y'all, but it's kind of been confirmed. Buddy Lee and JC are a thing. They talking, child. They talking. And then JC said, I thought Classic Lights and JC were trying to be a thing, right? I thought they were trying to be a thing. I thought Just Kristen and Classic Lights was a thing. And then I saw her over there on Buddy Lee, and Buddy Lee and Just Krista was, talking like they a thing. So I was like, what? And then JC said that she's still gonna be talking to Lemon like that. I'm like, now Just Krista, baby. I like you, but I gotta say this, okay? You're trying to run away from being labeled something, right? But what you doing right now is just up and label. Now, are you doing this to be salacious? That's my question. Because I know Buddy, like when I heard it, I thought it was a play. I thought people was joking. And then I saw her over there on Buddy Lee. I thought it was a joke. Because I thought Buddy Lee was hollering at somebody total different. You know what I'm saying? What happened to Miss Tony Montana? I thought they was talking. I don't know. Maybe I was wrong on that. Miss Tony, you might be able to spank me. Maybe I'm wrong. But Lord, sweet baby Jesus. Okay, so that's the new rumor, right? Now, I will say that update on the Menendez case. There is a new court hearing. They're gonna figure out whether from the Monsters documentary and all that other stuff, we talked about the Eric and the Lyle Menendez case, right? On November the 29th, they're going to reopen to see if the sentencing was correct, and all that stuff. So the sentencing, okay. And then the Lillian Simon case is still going. The lady with the suitcase case, that trial starts today too. It's going to be day 2 today. All right. So that's day 2 today. We're going to keep an eye on the lady who, put her husband in a thing. Now, for the Messy Monday, it is getting messy today, child. I do know that I don't know what's going on with Miss JC and the Menzies, because it's just too many rumors. Oh, Tracy got a live going telling Dragons to take her mod stick, Beach. Oh, Lord, Miss Tracy reading this morning already. Early in the morning, y'all. Lord, it's going to be a lot of time of the day, y'all. And I think what had happened was, I think Miss Tracy time out, she tried her or something. Dragons, child, you finna be in trouble. They didn't have no sandwich spread, Bright Black. Ooh. Now see that sandwich spread. A lot of people like that sandwich spread too. But Queen Tulsa and JC and Dragons, I don't know if they're gonna be able to stay on a panel together. I know that JC can move around, but you know how now I don't know, they might be able to, because it depends on if they get hot headed. That's the thing. If they get hot headed together. I don't know how that's gonna be, but I told her, they should do something like me and somebody was talking in chat, and we was talking about the name for them. So we was talking about, they was trying to figure out a name for themselves, right? Since it's Dragon, Just Krista, and Queen Tulsa. We said, what about? I said, Just Dragons Queen, and she's said, what about? Or I said, Just Queen Dragons, and she said, what about Just Dragons Queens? You know what I'm saying? It's just some kind of play on their names, right? I was thinking like they could do it like TLC or something. But the drama is going down right now, so thank you to the replay gang when you catch this. There is a lot going down right now at the same exact time. It is a lot, y'all. It is a lot. Now, people was saying that that Lemon felt like Dragons was lying to him and stuff about that old dude that was in the background. But I mean, I was of that passes, right? And I made this point. I said, people are making it seem like Dragons and Lemon were an actual relationship. I thought they were just friends this entire time. Like, I never thought their stuff went further than friendship, right? I never knew their stuff went further than friendship. So I was over here like lost in the sauce and everything on that situation. I really was truly lost in the sauce on what's going on Messy Monday, child. The weekend was popping. I go to spend a little time with my husband and my family and stuff, and oh my God, the whole world comes to an end in a matter of a week. Now I will say that I think it's a good idea for somebody, and if it was Women Lady Nika said it too, or Mrs. Intel, they can both have their Halloween contest. I mean, if you remember last year, we had competing Halloween contests. That's what the sector gives, So, I'll be watching both. I'll be liking both. I'll be over there at both of them. I'll be paying attention to who's doing what, and I'm gonna report on it just like I always do. We'll see who all the contestants is. We'll see what's going to happen with that situation. Now, Miss Tracy's World does have her competition coming up. You still doing it, right, Miss Tracy? You're still doing the sweet potato pie challenge on the 10th. She was doing that on the 10th of November. Now, Mrs. O said, the Miss O said something about her and Road doing a sip and tell. Like a sip and tell, like you tell a tale while you sipping on a cocktail. So you gotta make a cocktail, tell everybody what it is. Oh, that's a good name, Demon. So if you rewatch this, the sip and tell. Yeah, and let me know, Demon. So if y'all need a thumbnail or a poster for it or whatnot, just give me times, dates, all that stuff when y'all work it out. If y'all ain't gonna do it this weekend, if you decide to do it a couple weekends from now, just let me know. Hit me up. I'll make a comment under my live or my community post. Yes, Ray. Dragons is a lady. Dragons is a woman. It's the Dragon's Dome, Ray. Have you ever seen the Dragon's Dome? The lady that pops up on the panels, and they call her Dragons. Yeah, she's a lady. She actually cammed up this weekend. She cammed up on Mrs. Intel's live this weekend. And the Queen Before You Reacts has pictures on her community wall of the white dude in question that everybody's talking about right now. Some people say he Cuban, or I think Dragons may have said he was Cuban or something, but somehow it went around he was Cuban. And then there was this rumor that there was another dude before him that was a black gentleman, but I didn't ever hear about him. Maybe I'm wrong, but somebody was saying that he took her out to. I think it was the white dude for all of it, right? But some people was saying that too. Said, how do you go from one man to the next? I don't think there was no other man but him. You know, maybe she's trying to protect his identity because you know how the sector gives. So maybe she's trying to protect his identity or whatnot. So maybe that's the thing that's going on with that. But Dragons is a lady. I always thought Dragons and Lemon were just friends, that they were nothing more than that. But it's seeming like the sector and other people are making it seem like they were friends with benefits, right? Like they were more than just friends, they were a little more than that. And so my question was, and I had asked Dragons, but I don't know if she saw this in chat, did Dragons actually ever have feelings more than friendship for Lemon? Like, did you have more of a friendship, or was it more in general? Did you care about him more? So that's a thing that I did ask. I'm not sure if, you know, if he ever stated. I never. Also, Lemon, I would like to ask you that question. For you, was it ever more than friendship, or was it just that's your friend, that's all it ever was? Or were y'all actually, because the way it seemed, now I don't know if y'all are intentionally doing this or not, but the way it seemed to me, what is going around in the rumor mill and what it seemed like was that y'all had a little bit something more than a friendship, but y'all was like, okay, we don't live in the same area. You go do you, I go do me, but like we still have our thing behind the scenes, right? That's the way it kept making it seem. It seems kind of strange that it's more than a friendship, because I just thought it was a friendship in general. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I need somebody to get me straight on that, child. If you watch this, get me straight. Now, I will say that I did jump up there and help Lemon with a screen share. I did the same thing for Jay Dunn. That does not mean that I'm against any said person. I just basically was trying to help out people. That's what I do. It's just like if I was over at Mrs. Intel and she needed a screen share of a specific thing, I would jump up there and help her also. That's just something. If I got the time and you ask me for your help and my help and you need it, I'm going to do it because I like to support the beef sector. Everybody knows that about me. Last night, my husband was asleep. I was like trying to be quiet while I was trying to help him. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to wake up my husband. Child. But that's all that's went on over the weekend. Now I will say, Mrs. Intel, I'm gonna put this out there. If you need a poster for your Halloween contest, just hit me up on my community wall under this video. Let me know. Give me your dates, time, judges, whatnot, a way that I can send it to you. If ODS wants me to send it him send it to you. However, just find a way to get in contact with me. It's not that hard. I can put it on my community wall and then you can screenshot it or download it. That's another easy way to do it, right? But if you need a poster for your Halloween contest, just tell me what you want on the poster. That's all I need to know. I just need to know dates, times. I know what date it is. It's all the 26th, right? But I need to know what time you're looking at. I need to know if you want to put your judges' names on there, if you want to put how much the pot is, or just put basically prizes to be announced. You know what I'm saying? So if you need some help, just let me know. Also, I want to say for anybody that watches this replay that I know there's a lot of drama going this morning. I got my memberships, y'all. I did. I finally got complete thing. I was going to do a whole celebration for that, because I wanted to make sure to do it today on Monday. I technically got it over the weekend, but I did not set it live because I was trying to set everything up. So what I decided, good morning to Hood Table, beautiful. So what I decided on the names for my memberships is we were talking about it. I put up a post because I didn't want to step on Sheffy's toes because I'm the type of person that I don't want to do something like that. But so it's still y'all are my angels, right? Y'all are my angels. But the way the tiers go is that the first tier is my cherubs, right? My little cherubs, my little innocent cherubs. The second tier, they are my guardian angels, right? And on the third tier, they're my saints. Okay, and so when I start doing memberships, I do have things in mind for the memberships, like game nights, where we literally do a members only live, and all you have to have is like 2 devices, right? I know everybody's usually got a cell phone and a tablet. That's all you got to have, or a TV and your cell phone. You got to be able to watch me on one device, but on the other device, you can jump in and play the games, right? Also, thinking about setting up a Discord. Now, there's a reason why I'm going to set up the Discord for the members because I was thinking about streaming movies in there, that we could watch together. Or if somebody doesn't want to do Discord, I can find the movies. And if you have the streaming apparatus, you can watch the movie and then we talk about it on the next members only live, right? And we have conversations about the movies. And for those who read books, I might do a book thing, for us. But I am going to make sure that for my members that you do have good content to do, right? I don't want it to just be thank you so much, Ray. I don't want it to just be, you know, you got a membership, but I'm not putting out any content or doing anything fun. I want to do fun things for the members, things that we can do together. I was thinking about looking into some Jackbox party things. There's these games that I like through them, and it's real easy to play. It's not hard at all. And like you could do mysteries and all this other stuff. It's really fun. Jackbox party packs are really fun if you've ever played any of those. I'm pretty sure some of y'all have probably heard of them. But I just want to do that for my members. So thank you all. I want to thank pretty much I have so many people to thank for this, for getting me to this situation. Like it's unreal the amount of names that I'm gonna literally have to sit down and copy and paste into a spreadsheet of the amount of people. It's like the entirety of the beef sector, the black sector. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the Mo3 sector. A lot of people from that don't even consider themselves a sector, right? I do want to thank everybody who's helped me succeed in this way, you know, because if it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't even be here today, right? The Hood Table giving me a push, VS giving me a push, Super Chat giving me a push, telling me, "Hey, Charlie, Corio, you need to go live more. You need to do something. You need to do it." But don't worry about that, right? You being here is more than enough. That's the thing about me. If anybody wants to join, they can. But if they don't, that's okay too, because every bit counts, right? Every bit counts. From the person who just comes in and likes, watches for a few seconds and leaves, that counts too. You being here and chilling in the chat, I appreciate everything from the biggest to the smallest to the middle to the in between to the however you want to say it. I love reading too, Miss Lakendra, and I figured like we could, for us that are readers, we could have like books and stuff that we speak on, and have like maybe a book reading uh thing because I love books. Everybody that knows me knows I love books. But the situation is ramping up. We are going to see this week a lot happen um, because right now we still have a lot going on from dragons and We have a lot going on with Lemon. Miss Tracy's now involved. Dragons. And so we're gonna have a lot going on over the week because this is fixing to ramp up, y'all. I believe that this Dragons thing is fixing to cause because she was saying she apologized to Ness. I think Ness may do an interview with Dragons. Um, I haven't heard per se, I haven't got confirmation, but I mean that would be the next step, wouldn't it? Oh, look at my look Kendra, my very first member. Look, y'all, she popped my cherry on my membership. Look at her. She's my very first one. Thank you, new member. I am gonna create a song and a thank you to the members. I am gonna create a video to where every member is like in my outro video. I'm going to edit my outro video. That's why it's actually as short as it is right now. And every person who is a member on my channels is going to be named. Thank you to Hood Table Boo. Y'all are going to be named at the end of every video like a thank you. You know, like they do, the big YouTubers do for their Patreons, where they name them all. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a thank you. So I got, let me see. Did I even download? I made a video for the situation. But also, I was having so much trouble. Okay, I don't know if you know this, the Hood Table, and anybody else that is monetized, but they got a new thing. It's in beta testing where you can get real music and license it for your YouTube channel. Now some of them say per video that you have to pay like $4.99 per video, $7.99, and there's some of them you can buy outright and have unlimited uses or whatnot. But they have music that you can actually license and buy through YouTube. Well, the way that Miss Tracy, I think, is involved is Dragons took her mod stick, and that's just what I saw. And then um I think Dragons may have said something to Miss Tracy. I have to go back and watch her live. Yeah, you knew about it. I saw that. I was playing around with it the other day. A lot of music is not shareable, but they actually do have some that's okay. I will say that you can find websites for music that is not copyright that you can use, but a lot of the non-copyright music is going to be just sounds pretty much. Some of them will have music behind it, like the Tupelo song that I have. It's because that's from a person who has not monetized any of that music yet. It's from a person who's like just a regular little. He does rap on the thing, but he's not well known. That's the only way you'll find it with actual music. Thank you, Miss LaKendra. I do try to support a lot of people, and I try to help a lot of people, and I sometimes to my own detriment, child. Trying to be on here too much, but I do try. I may not be the best, but I do try. Did I ever? Yes, I did, but I think I put something behind it. I wanted to play this little short video that I made. I'm letting it download right now that I made for all the. It's basically a thank you video. It don't have a like. I would like to say thank you to each person individually, but I'm gonna have to make a list. Good morning, Miss Coffee. You trying to let all that birthday fun go away, Miss Coffee? See, Miss Coffee had her weekend this weekend, and Miss what was this last week? But she partied all weekend long, and then so did Miss Shar. She had her birthday this weekend. So if y'all see Shar, make sure you remind her to tell her happy belated birthday. And yeah, Miss Coffee's trying to drink her coffee to get over all the festivities of this weekend. She got to drink her coffee and try to get over all that. Yeah, I believe this dragon situation and lemon situation is supposed to ramp up some stuff. I truly believe that, and we're going to see it as it goes down. That it's fixing to come to a head, and some stuff's fixing to happen. I believe some stuff's fixing to happen. Okay, here's my thank you video, y'all. Oh, it ain't got no sound. I think I downloaded the wrong one, y'all. I do have to thank mostly, I will say, a lot of the black sector has also very had my back. And I know that also the Mo3 sector, a lot of good folk from there have had my back. But I do have to say a huge thank you to the beef sector in general. I had to say thank you to, I'm going to go ahead and start it out. I'm going to start out with my thank yous, y'all. It's going to be a lot of them. Uh, Mama Global, VS Icon, ODS, Lemon, Mrs. Intel. I'm trying to make sure I don't forget them. Miss LaKendra, King ZX. I want to thank you, Miss Ray. Thank you for being a moderator. The Hood Table, thank you for being a moderator. King Kush, thank you for being a moderator. Miss Coffee, thank you for being a moderator and always being there for me. Super Chat, thank you, love, for the push that I needed. Thank you to Shar, to King. I'm trying to make sure I don't miss nobody. I got to go through here and go through my mentions right quick because I have a lot of them. A lot of people shared me out. The Hood Table, you already know, boo. You know, there's so many people that have. Let me go through here and go through my mentions right quick. I'm gonna go to my YouTube. Now, some of my mentions ain't showing up, y'all, because I was gonna make a whole list of every person who had shared me from the beginning of my lives to the end. And for some reason, some of the posts ain't coming up, and I know there was a lot more to what it's showing me. ODS made sure that he shared. Lemon made sure he shared. BS Icon, she knows what she does. You know, the Hood Table's always there for me. That's my sister from another Miss Creole Butterfly. Um, let's see here. Where is my? Oh, it's under comments. That's right. Let's go to mentions. I know Big Man TV has shared me a lot. Mama Global, V Lachey, let's scroll down. Shauna, Misbehaving, Just My Thoughts, Dr. Lashana, Muffy Boo, Very Carey, Nubiology. Thank you so much for having that conversation with me the other day. The Queen Before You, Rico DeSleaze. I already said Shard, didn't I? Jay Dunn, thank you for all that you do, sweetheart. Let me try. Mitri, thank you, love. Pretty Eyes T, thank you, love. YouTube Cameras, thank you, love. I'm trying to scroll down and see all of them. Sassy Francis, thank you for sharing me out. I'm trying to make sure. I already said Miss Coffee. TFE Male Fly Girl 69, thank you for sharing. I'm trying to make sure I don't miss nobody. Unapologetically Mika, thank you, love. Let's see. Child, it's not letting me scroll down no more. It's not letting me scroll down no more. It's really not letting me scroll down no more. I really want to thank everybody. I mean everybody. I mean that goes from the subbies to the content creators. You know what I'm saying? Everyone who's subscribed to my channel, Lady Nika, you know, everybody who's supported me along the way that has pushed me. I want to thank all y'all. Like I don't want to leave nobody out. From the the subbies, without y'all, we would be nothing as content creators. So I want to thank that Pretty Big Woman Q. I want to shout out to you. Let me go over here. Where'd my phone go, child? Where'd my phone go? Y'all done lost my phone again. I'm always losing that thing. My ADHD is something serious. It's around here somewhere. I want to thank Miss Dovey. I want to thank try not to miss the Miss O. The Miss O, thank you for always hitting my panel and sharing a word, and Just Krista, and even Baby Mama Brenda, because y'all had that conversation on my panel. I want to thank Rodney, Big Beasley. Beasley's always hitting my link. Diva Tomboyish. She shared me out when I first started, and everything on her Yollywood News platform. I want to thank everybody who's done that. Everybody who has supported me along the way. I want to thank you to my two new members. Y'all look at me with my two new members. Mama Global, you try to support everybody too. That's another thing. A lot of people don't understand. Mama Global be everywhere trying to support everybody. And when Mama Global tag me in something, you best believe I'm gonna be over there sharing. I am. But I just want to thank Choreo Lover. I'm trying to think of everybody who's hit my panel, anybody who has supported my platform in any way, shape, or form. Miss Brown Sugar, she knows that over the years, even when I wasn't being a content creator, she's always been supportive. I always say my prayers for her. She knows that. She's always in my heart. Like I don't forget anything. Miss Regina, um, Miss Rose Bennett, you know what I'm saying? Mother, everybody. Like I just want to thank everybody. Cause I know that even if you Duchess Kelly Love, even if they wasn't able to drop down in the chat at all times, I know that some of them was still here, still giving me a a click, a view, a like, even if they was busy doing other things. All the cloud watchers who are busy on their day, MU, FAC, it's FAC, not, I'm not cursing. Uh, so many have done so much, and I really don't want to forget anybody. That's why it's harder for me, because if I miss somebody, then I'm gonna feel like bad, because everybody has pushed me and shared me out, and I just want to thank everyone who has been there and given me this push and done so much. But we are going to have, this. I was gonna have Mod Monday today, but I don't see the. I am gonna drop the link, because if a moderator shows up, I meant to do it early in the live, but we were talking about some things. I need to pin that. I do want to have this conversation with the mods. Like, if you are a moderator, have been a moderator, let me pin this message. Um, and you want to talk about what you've been through as a moderator, that's what Mod Mondays are going to be for. Mod Mondays are going to be a little messy. It's messy, mods, and mystery. So let's say a mod's not able to pop up that Monday. Well, then we're going to have, a little mystery. I'll look up some cute mysteries and we'll talk about them. We can talk about all the messy stuff that happened over the weekend. I want to make sure not only do I bring you beef sector content or content from things that I see around, like if I see something good going on in the Mode 3 sector, I'll bring it back and report on it. If I see something happening in the black sector, I'm going to bring it over and talk about it. Now, I will say, if y'all didn't catch Buddy Lee's Fuck Shit Friday, y'all should totally go back and watch it, because it was crazy, child. And then I was watching Diva and him at the same time. It was crazy. It was crazy. There's a lot going on, in the streets. Over there in the black sector too. There's a lot going on. Now Diva says she out of retirement, but I will say I like when Diva just does her little music lives. I love her little music lives. But there's plenty of people around here to give us all, commentary, community. Now, I will say that I saw Reed was live this morning. The Hood Table Love, I'm going to have to go back over there and rewatch your replay, and see what's going on and what you was talking about this morning. Always, because you my boo. But let me look right quick and see if there's anything else that has popped out on these streets. Because sometimes if you go check the community wows, right, you'll see some stuff. So I'm gonna go check, see right quick, and make sure run around in the YouTube streets. Oh, Miss Paulette is talking about some. Oh, look, I want to know if Miss Tracy pops in, what had happened with her, because I didn't get to see her live obviously yet. I ain't gonna be able to watch it until after I get off here. But if Miss Tracy, if you up in the clouds anytime and you wanna tell me what had happened between you and Dragons, child. Yeah, I'm trying not to be as negative, me, myself, and I try to bring the positivity to it. Even if, like, there's a lot of beef going on and all this stuff. Like, I'm just trying to tell you what goes on so you feel like, if you have to miss a day, right? The way I look at it, if you have to miss a day, let's say you got some things going on, and you can't deal with it right this second, right? And let's say that, you're dealing stuff with your family, you're busy that day, you're working. What I want my show to be is I'm going to try to be as unbiased as possible and bring up that's going on. Let me make sure this is, yep, yep, yep. I really don't have to use a banner because it's authenticated.
Hey, sugar. What you doing this morning?
I'm over here just chilling. There's watching all this drama go down. There's been a lot of it lately.
Girl, listen. I just took my lisinopril for my heart. Listen,
I'm on the
this.
Cinepril too.
Oh, see, this is why y'all don't see me a lot. I'm not raising my blood pressure no more. I'm not, okay? So I'm gonna be calm. I'm gonna be cool. I'm gonna be focused, okay? Because I know when I go to certain channels, my blood pressure is gonna it's gonna go through the roof. And then, I have this machine, right? And so it's connected to a little iPhone for your blood pressure. So you have to take your blood pressure, right? And it reads it, and it goes to my nurse, right? I know this is off the subject, but I'm gonna get back to when you are whatever moderator, whatever. So okay, let me say it real quick. Okay, so when my blood pressure gets too high, it goes to my nurse, and I'll get a call, and she'll say, "So what are you doing at this moment?" I said, I'm watching YouTube. Get off of that application. Your blood pressure is way too high. So that's why y'all don't see my life. Hey, hood table. I see you, baby.
My blood pressure medications, it's like I know exactly what you're talking about. Mine's come the reason I'm on blood pressure medications because my
Mhm.
ADHD makes my
Mm.
pulse rate get so high. Like my pulse rate stays in the hundreds no matter if I'm resting or not. Like it never goes below like 110. So they got me on that for that reason.
I'm just upset, girl, because I could just be like standing up and my blood pressure go up. But then again, I do eat everything and maybe all that salt intake. Anyway, so let's get back to moderators. I've got a few horror
Oh,
stories
hey,
of people.
Mama Global. Sorry,
Hey,
I'm in here heating
Puddin'.
up my coffee. I'll be right back.
That's okay because I had to get my coffee too because it's coffee conversations.
Yeah, we have to drink our coffee chat, get our coffee in. Go ahead, Mama Global. Oh, I think Mama Global had to get her sip of her coffee, y'all. We all taking our little sippy sips.
Okay, I'm back. Okay, so you have to moderators. So I've moderated for some really heavy hitters, right? Like heavy. And I didn't know what the blue meant back in the day. I'm like, oh, my name is Blue. That's odd. And so I realized what it was about after I started getting tagged and people started coming for me just for being a moderator for certain content creators. And I'm like, why are they dedicating things to me? What did I do? What? I didn't realize. So the blue stick, it can be used for good or it could be used for bad. But if anyone sees you in blue, they will always remember it, right? So you can go to other sectors or whatever, and they'll say, "Oh, aren't you a moderator for so and so?" No, that was 4 years ago. Oh no, y'all still connected. It's crazy. Like I call it. It's like cultism. Like if you have a blue stick, you can't go anywhere else. And I talked about this a while back. Like I couldn't be mods for different people because they'd be like, well, oh, wait a minute, but you're mod over here. How are you mod? Well, damn, I can't like or appreciate two different content creators at the same time. And then what happens when they get into it? They start beefing, right? Then it's like, okay, you choose. You better choose right now. What? I, huh? No, this can't be real. This can't. So yeah. So I've learned a lot. So now I just I just float away. I'm in the background and I just watch everybody and I take my lisinopril and I enjoy life now. Back in the day, I was not enjoying life. I'm sorry. It was way too much. Okay, that's all I had to say.
Oh, I'm with you, Mama Globe. I'm gonna say this, as being a moderator, I've mostly my moderators started with VS Icon, right?
Okay.
So you can imagine the people who told me, you know, because they were beefing, they blocked me too.
Oh wow. Okay.
Same thing that Miss Coffee just said. A lot of people stop speaking to her just because she moderates for
Yeah.
VS, right?
Yeah.
And it's like us moderators, we don't intentionally take on the beef of our content creator, right? But
Hmm.
sometimes we get thrown into it. And back in the day, you're right, Mama Global. Back in the day, if you had mod sticks for two CCs that were fighting, oh, they'd try to make you choose.
Hmm. Hmm. And I tell people too, if you ever tell me, well, choose or go away, I'm going to go away because I'm not a child. And you see what I'm saying? I'll be 61. I'll be damn if anybody except for the good Lord tells me where I can and cannot go. And what's so crazy is after they stop beefing and let's say they make up or whatever, then you look stupid out here. You see what I'm saying? Because you chose, but no, come on. Like it's sort of like coffee, right? I'm gonna use an analogy. I love caramel macchiato, but I also love Swiss chocolate, like different types of coffees. So you can't tell me to choose one over the other. It's so weird to me. I never expected this when I came to YouTube, and I used to mod for Ashay Divine and Baby Who and Tommy Sotomayor and so many others. And you talk about getting enemies, and I'm like, damn, I had no idea this would happen, you guys. But I don't really like all the doxing, and I've said this before. I don't like all the doxing. I don't like the children being brought in. I don't like families being brought in, but you can't tell people how to fight. So I had to learn that too, And so I tell people if I mod for someone, that doesn't mean that I approve of everything that they do. That just means that they're my tribe in some way. Just like your children, you don't approve of everything that they do, but you're not going to throw them to the wayside. So what I try to do now, and this is just me, and I'm not going to monopolize. I'm going to get down. But what I try to do now is I try to be an example, because of course I can get real ratchet and real raw, but I'd like to bring something different. So we don't have to be on edge when we go to different content creators. I mean, you can feel good about being in a chat, not feel weird you know, or like, this is not right. I shouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? I'm just
Oh,
hoping
it's a
that,
lot different now than it used to be. Like you
yeah.
can go visit other people. Back in the day, people were very territorial. It was a lot different.
Oh,
These new subbies don't understand how easy they have it than what we had to do back in the day.
yeah. And you
Like
would get doxxed just for being in a chat.
I
Like,
got
what?
doxxed for being a moderator because somebody thought I was that I blocked them and it wasn't even me who did it.
Oh wow. Or they use dummy accounts with your name on it just to start crap. But people know how I talk. So they'll let me know, like, did you say this so and so? I'm like, no, that's one of my clones, baby. But they're like, nah, they didn't even sound like you. But yeah, but I'm so proud of you though. Like you got it from the mud. Even though you started with VS Icon, it's like certain people have a glow. They have a spirit, and you always will attract like mind or like spirits. And so I'm really proud. And I knew it was gonna happen. I said she's gonna have her own channel. Like she's so entertaining, but still so humble and down to earth. So don't change. Don't ever change because this is what we love about you, okay?
Yes, ma'am. I loved having our VS3 class together. And when I got to know you, I was like, oh my God, I love Mama Global so much.
It was so funny. I was literally in the bed. I was trying to like dress up, but it was so early in the morning. So I'm literally in the bed trying to dress up to look cute. And I'm like, Oh, you do too damn much sometimes, but it was very informative, very informative. Yeah.
She needs to do her classes again because I know quite a few people who need to take them.
But you know what? I think she's so busy now, with selling and, her interviews and all that. So, sometimes you just got to let people or give them their space in order to do what they have to do in real life. So I figured that, this is that time like she's on the grind. So when she's ready, but yeah, I'll probably tell a few of my people to take it because that's where I met Cam. I mean, we had such great conversations, man. And it's nice to really get to know people for yourself. I say that all the time. Don't take the word of everyone because you don't know what happened during that time, for people to do certain things. So get to know them yourselves.
Think
But
I
I'm
had
gonna
fun
jump in.
getting to
Oh,
know you
thank
and
you, baby.
Cam.
Thank you, baby. Let me get up and make breakfast. Oh, and if you don't mind, I do want to promote Jill's Comfort Zone. We're having our second annual poetry competition next on the 26th of this month at 5 p.m. Central, I think. I'm asking everyone to please show up. I'm going to be one of the judges this year. I'm not going to be a participant. We're going to have a lot of fun. And I thank all of the content creators for all of the great competitions. I'm just now catching the replay, but they have been really, really good. So I love you. Let me go and cook Papa E's breakfast. Have a good day, ladies.
Have a good day, Mama Global.
Bye, sugar.
Have a great Monday, boo.
So on you, the Hood Table, you've moderated for different folk. You know what I'm saying? And you've had it. So what is your experiences with moderating?
I ain't had no issues.
See, because you different. Like this is what I'm saying. I think it's good to hear from both sides. Like when you moderate, right? When you do moderate for people, what is your stance on moderating? Me, myself, and I go by YouTube guidelines. I go by what the content creator tells me to do. Like I don't block just to be a block, and I don't time out just to be time out unless they're trolls. Like that time when I
Mhm.
became your moderator because there was about 20, 30 trolls that came in at one time.
Mhm. And that's how I became a few moderators, just like Creole Butterfly. I became her moderator because she had a whole bunch of trolls in there, and I was just like, give me the wrench, give me the damn wrench so I can knock them upside their head. But yeah, my stance on being a mod is if the moderator like tells me to block somebody, I'll block. But other than that, I don't block nobody unless it's a troll. Because most chats that I moderate for ain't those type of chats. Where people be just wilding out and all out of, control. So it don't usually be no troubles in there. Unless a troll drop down and it's a troll when they just say stupid off the wall stuff you never seen them before. So yeah, but
Yeah,
I
the
ain't never had
trolls.
no issues as a mod.
Those trolls that be popping in saying Trump 25 and let me see your boobies and all this other stuff. Y'all know which ones I'm talking about.
Yeah. Like I was in somebody's chat. You know how YouTube sometimes recommends certain shows to you. And lately I just been subbing to people that YouTube been, suggesting because I'll see the link or I'll see the show and I'll hit it and I'll just start watching. And if I like them, I'll hit subscribe. And I was in somebody's chat yesterday. Nice little girl, young. She sells like perfumes or colognes or something like that. And she was just enjoying her few and her crowd. She only had like 1K subscribers or something like that. And this troll dropped down and they was just going nuts in her chat. And she was like, people saying you need to get you some more mods because she only got one. She said, but I only got 1,000 something subs. I don't need another mod right now. I was like, I understand how you feel, but you should at least have 2 or 3, even if you only got like 1K, just in case that one troll ain't here. And that one one mod ain't here.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I
that
have
troll.
more than that, and I ain't got the 1K.
Right. I don't have a whole lot either. I told the lady, and she never met me before, but I told the lady, I said, as a, a CC with 8K, I still don't have a lot of mods. I probably got like 5. But sometimes you need a lot if you get a lot of trolls.
Oh yeah, that one day in your chat, it was like Troll Central. They were popping in every 5 seconds. I've seen it on VS's when she does her car lives because it's an automatic vertical, right? Because she's going from her phone. And that's where I see most of the trolls come in, is when people do verticals. Miss Lakendra said she lets them rock unless it's detrimental, because Miss Lakendra is also a moderator. Miss Lakendra, I know you moderate for ZX, but do you moderate for anybody else also?
But some people don't care either. Like certain people, like Jay Wilson, a lot of people don't care if they trolls. They like that click and that view. But unless the troll just get way out of line, then he might block them. But some CCs don't care.
Well, that's like I was moderating for Skull Mysterious for a while, and she does not like anybody blocked in her chat. And if you time out, it has to be like, she don't even like people being timed out like that. So when I used to be over there with my mod stick for her, I didn't do anything pretty much unless she specifically said to, or if, let's say, we had a rogue mod that was just timing folk out, she would, I would go back and fix it and untime the person out, go back to 10 seconds so that they can be untimed out. But it was basically just because that was her rules, I was just over there. Usually my mod stick for her was just to share my channel link. That's why she gave it to me. Coolin was the same way. Coolin didn't like people blocked in her chat. She occasionally would tell you if she wanted somebody blocked, she'd tell you. But most of the time it was just time them out or just let them rock. Queen 88, I moderated for her for a little while. It was the same thing. I moderated for a few other people too, and most of them are all the same in the fact of, oh, you've moderated for Coolin and Mahia. Yeah, it's most of them only want you to do that if they say so. They usually just want you to sit back, chill, drop their links, and do that. Drop their cash apps and stuff like that. That's all I usually do.
Yeah, and I agree, Lakendra. She said, I knew Charlie from long ago, and no matter who she mods for, I like her good, warm spirit. Yeah, that's one thing that attracted me to Charlie, too. I mean, she's funny. She's entertaining. But yeah, she has a very, very good heart, so sometimes I do hate sometimes how people judge her just because her skin don't look like some of us, or who she, hangs with, or who she's been cool with for years. I really hate when some people judge you for, other people's actions and don't give her a chance. But thank you. And for the people I said in the chat earlier, thank you all, the ones who have been supporting my girl, because she is a sweetheart. So shout out again to the memberships, girl.
I know.
We about to turn up. When we turning up though?
I got to get that situated. I think I was gonna be doing that probably sometime this afternoon or tomorrow. They do like a turn up, do a turn up with some music and stuff like that. I gotta figure out because I heard the way that Buddy Lee do it is that, as long as you don't share it directly from YouTube, like if you do it on a secondary device, it won't really affect your channel. Like, I want to know how Buddy Lee do it. I'm gonna have to hit up Buddy Lee and see if I can get him to help me out, because he knows how to do it. I just don't know how to do it. Like, he can play any song.
It depends on whose music you playing as well, because some of these celebrities, they don't play. Like Beyonce, Jay-Z, some of these celebrities don't play about their music. So I think it sometimes depends on that too, who exactly you playing. But
I'm gonna try to hit up Buddy Lee.
He's a DJ. He's been doing shows for a lot of people, including Nika, for some time. So he'll know.
Yeah, I have seen a lot of trolls come into Mahia's when he does verticals too, like when he did P. Diddy and stuff. I ain't been over to Mahia's in a minute. I got to get over there. And for the longest, now y'all gonna laugh at me. This is a funny thing. For the longest, I thought his name was Mexia. I thought that's how you said his name.
Yep, so did I when I first ran across him or heard people in the B sector talking about him. Yep.
And I was like, oh, it's Mahia. I was like, oh, my bad. This whole time I was calling you Mexia.
Well, I mean, that's what it looks like. It looks like Mexia, and that's what I was calling him. And people started telling me that wasn't how you say it. I said, well, maybe he need in parentheses the pronunciation, next to it. Because that's what I was calling him.
Now they are talking about doing and Queenie 88, I think, was when it was set up, because that's one thing that was said on Mrs. Intel's live last night. They're talking about doing beef sector versus Mo 3 sector on like a Family Feud type situation, to where like they do trivia and people, you have the beef sector people and you have the Mo 3 sector people on a panel, and they're gonna, like, I think they said the first one was supposed to be hosted by Lady Law, and then they're going to switch it to where in the Mo 3 sector, it'll be beef sector and black sector. And then in the beef sector, it's going to be Mo 3 sector versus black sector, kind of like we all integrated in a way, right? This way
Well,
that
wasn't they supposed to do like Family Feud, and then they, I think I heard Pizza say on her panel that they were having troubles finding out the answers, and so they switched to Jeopardy or something.
I guess they switching over to Jeopardy now. All they had to do, really, they have websites where you can, find the questions. If they need to find an impartial party, right? And I would be willing to do it, because I'm not going to give you the point if you don't get the question right. They need to find somebody who could do the questions, who don't care who wins, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because how you mess up at Family Feud? I mean, we've been watching that for years. Like, it's not that hard of a game.
Well, if they're going to do trivia, they need, I'll tell you who would be real good on the trivia, who they should have do the hosting of it and do the questions, because I've seen her do it quite a few times. That's Benzone. Benzone's been doing that for a while now on her show. She'll say the question and then give you a chance to answer. I believe she'd be real good on that, because, here's the thing. That's going to still cause little problems for whoever hosted, because they're going to say, no, I got it right. But they got to be impartial and fair.
Well, see, trivia is one thing, but the Family Feud, that's a totally different thing. Trivia is a lot harder.
Benzone she does her trivia almost every weekend. She's really good at it. She finds questions that you wouldn't think about.
Mm-hmm. And you're right about that, LaKendra. She said he needs an apostrophe in his name.
He does, because I did not realize it was hey. I didn't realize the X was sounding like what it would sound like. So I said it all weird, child. I did. That's just like I messed up Ray's name. I thought it was Rye the whole time. It's Ray Black, not Raya Black. And I don't know why I thought it was Rye, but I sure did.
You know what? The first time they came in my chat, Ray, which was a while back, but I asked him, I said, is it pronounced Ray? Is it pronounced child? Because I will mess up a name real quick.
I do too, all the time. You can ask big beautiful woman, Q. She told me how to say it, and I still mess it up sometimes. I'm bad about butchering a name now. I try not to, but sometimes I do still. But yeah, when being a moderator and whatnot, right? A lot of us who have been moderators, we know how it feels to, like, you've done nothing wrong, but someone judges you based on just being a moderator, right? But then you also have the good parts of being a moderator, right? People know your name because of who you moderate for. Like, a lot of people wouldn't know who I am if it wasn't for VS. Tell the truth. Shame the devil. If I hadn't have been her moderator and people hadn't have got to know me a little bit, and then coming over there to your channel, the Hood Table, and hitting your panel more, right? People wouldn't know who I am, because I don't get in the mess, right? I'm not in the controversy. And that's how people got to know me better. And, they always make fun of people who panel hop, right? Or panel whore. But sometimes that's a good way to get people to get to know who you are. Like, people wouldn't know who Yaya was if she didn't do that first, right?
Well, you know what? A lot of times in the past, what I've seen is a lot of people have been panel whores, and those same panel whores be the ones talking about, I don't want no channel. I don't want my own channel. I just enjoy it. And I'll be saying to myself, they're going to have a channel soon, and it never fails. It never fails. But that is a good way for people to be, to get known, and for people to hear their thoughts and they, commentary on the stuff that's going on over here. But yeah, some people we don't like to see on the panels all the time. Like, oh my God, You're everywhere, like every other panel I go, every other video.
I've heard people fussing about women's panels sometimes, and certain people who hit his panel, and they're like, "I don't like this person." And then they start calling. That's why I love P the panel killer's name, because how many people have been called panel killers? I've even been accused of that before. Because I don't bring up the mess, right? I don't fight, and when I jump up there, usually it's either I'm going to tell you something real quick, or if you ask me to screen share or do something like that, right? Like I'm
Yeah,
not just.
weren't you on Lemons last night? Was that Lemons?
Yeah, I was on
He was
Lemons
showing
and Jay
something.
Dunn's.
Yeah, he was like showing or playing a video or something like that.
Girl, I was trying to be quiet too, girl. My husband was asleep, so I was over here whispering like I stole
I was
something.
kind of surprised. I'm like, look at Charlie on the panel on a weekend. But hold up. It's so on my Mondays. Do we not talk about the F ish?
Oh no, we do. It's Messy Monday too.
Okay, because I'm about to say you fired because I want a breakdown of what happened last night. That's why I went live this morning. I was like, let me get a little 30 minutes in before my girl go live so I can go over there and mod. But I was like, I couldn't hold it.
It was a lot. Went over that while you were live, but I'll go back over it again just a little bit. Okay, so basically, what we're fixing to see is, Dragons and Lemon are into it now. Now I don't know.
Right.
You were live. You went live not long before this. Did you see that Dragons went live and she was
No, see,
crying?
I okay. So I woke up. Well, you already know. I go to sleep on Lemon. He's like my white noise, no shade. You know what I mean? But he's like my white noise in the background, and I fall asleep to him. I wake up to him. So when I woke up to him this morning, just Krista and Lemon was on there, and Lemon was silent, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, he fell asleep again." So just Krista was on there by herself. Then finally, after everybody kept telling her to get out, they're like, "Get out, bitch!" They was all in the chat. Anyway, she got down. 15 minutes later, of nobody on the panel, everybody in the chat talking stuff about just Krista, and then Lemon and Dragons hit the panel. And I'm like, what the hell? They just dropped the panel. Then Dragon was like, oh, that shit was so funny, Charlie. Dragons was like, oh my gosh, I must have fell asleep. I didn't even know I just woke up and hit the link. Lemon said, no, you didn't fall asleep. Somebody paid for you to get off. So I was like, was she so drunk last night or high that she didn't even realize somebody paid her to get off, or she forgot and passed out? But anyway, then she started crying. And that's when I started wondering, do I got to take my words back about what I said the other day about I don't think nothing is going on with him, especially when he told her, call himself daddy to her. See, when he said daddy, I was like, oh, hell no.
That's the whole sector this weekend. If you watched a lot, like I rewatched a lot of people, and even I said it in Pastor Jay Wilson's. I said the sector and everything that's going on makes it seem like y'all are more friends with benefits than just. I thought they were just friends. I didn't think.
Same here. I saw your comment in the chat, and I was like, "Yeah, Charlie." Remember, I was like, "Yeah, Charlie. They ain't friends. I know they ain't friends." And when they ain't together. And when I went live yesterday, I'm like, I just think they friends. I said, because how would that look if they do got something going on, and her and just Krista up there talking about, oh, we love each other, we're good girlfriends, and they about to do a show with Tulsa?
Yeah, it's going to be Tulsa, Dragons, and Just Krista. They said that on Pastor Jay Wilson's yesterday, that they're going to do their own little panel show. They're not trying to compete. Dragons kept saying it yesterday. They wasn't trying to compete or, do none of, because Jay Dunn and Mrs. Intel are into it because, and Jay Dunn did say it to her face. That's what I was playing was the clip where Jay Dunn did say, yeah, I was trying to compete with you. Yeah, I was sabotaging you. You know what I'm saying? But Dragons.
Hey, I wasn't about to get into any of that. I was like, I'm not getting into any of that.
I'm like Bennett, and I ain't in it. I'm just reporting on the news that I saw, Chad. That's what I saw.
Jay Dunn better come up there. Charlie, why you gotta play
the video? I did go up there and I did it for Jay Dunn's live yesterday. Like I played the part she wanted me to. so she could, do her commentary on it, because she wanted Mrs. Intel to play that part back, and Mrs. Intel wouldn't do it. So she went to her live and did it. And she asked me to come up there and screen share for her. You know me. If you ask me to do something, I got the time, I'm going to help out anybody in the beef sector. That's just me. And even in the black sector, Mo3 sector, if I'm cool with you and you need help, I don't mind helping. But that is a thing. And then also I saw you were live at the same time. So I know you didn't see this. Miss Tracy went live and was talking about that she told Dragons to take her mod stick. Yeah. So Miss Tracy.
Oh, so Tracy was a mod for Dragons?
She's upset about something. I didn't get to watch the whole thing, but basically what I saw in the first few seconds was that they're basically trying to add Tracy into it, because Tracy don't want to be in it, right? But they're trying to add, and Tracy's like, I support everybody. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, Miss Tracy, if you in the clouds somewhere, you can pop down and let us know more. I'm just saying. But I got to go back and rewatch that. But Dragons was crying, child. Crying in her live.
Lemons. She was really crying on Lemons, and then he was like, why the fuck do you care? Because she said something about you don't take my grievances seriously, and you let people pay to get me down, and you wouldn't be who you are, or you wouldn't be shit without everybody who be supporting your panel and hitting your channels. And she was like, but make your money. And that's when he was like, I don't need nobody up here to do this shit. I don't need nobody on my panel. And he told her, why would you even care when you got some Cuban guy over there that you sucking and, riding and all this? And I'm like, hold up. I don't know how many times Lemon kept saying, well, why would you care? You got somebody. You over there doing this. And matter of fact, why couldn't you ask that Cuban to pay your way back up? I was gagged. But when he said the daddy part, you over there touring on tours on Wilson's panel, over here, over there, when you can just come here to daddy.
And she did say, I don't know if you heard this, the Hood Tab, because you was live. Dragons did say, or it was right before you went live, you were over there at Lemons is what it was. She said that it was about $300, not all at one time, but $300 is what Lemon has given her. Or she said if she calculated it'd be about 300.
Yeah, and people were saying, and she said, why you got people thinking that the only time I hit your panels or the only time I contact you is when I want something? And I thought she wasn't homeless anymore.
I thought she wasn't either, because she said she had the job, so I thought she had like a little place. It may not have been like what you expect or some expensive place or something like that, but something, you know what I mean?
No, she told him before he on his live when he finally woke up or whatever. She was like, you don't know what it's like being homeless and and I'm homeless and I ain't got nobody and whoop whoop whoop. And I'm up here like, I could have sworn somebody said she wasn't homeless anymore. But
I mean, here's the thing, you have to have an address to have a job. All jobs require an address, a physical address, because that's where your tax paperwork gonna come to. Even YouTube requires you to have a physical address. You know what I'm saying? So for your tax paperwork, so you have to have a physical address for any job nowadays. So I don't know if she's using a family member's
physical. You can use anybody's address to get a job.
Yeah.
You can use a hotel address to get a job. I mean, I just. I don't know. That whole back and forth, Lakendra said, I didn't see that. Lakendra, it was a lot. That whole back and forth was a lot. But the way Lemon, okay, did you hear when Lemon, like, I don't know how much you watched from last night or early this morning, but did you hear when Lemon said, okay, why are we on here with no audience? And I'm looking around the room like, it's about 300, 400, 500 of us in here. What you talking about?
Well, see, she said yesterday on Jay Wilson's, this is the part that got me, that she wasn't going to talk to Lemon about this situation in front of the people, that she was going to talk to her G, she calls him her G, behind the scenes. So I thought they were going to have a real conversation behind the scenes. She's actually got his real phone number.
And that shook me too, Charlie, because he said, you the only one who got direct contact with me. And I'm like, hold up. So just Krista though?
She
But
only had.
dragons do?
Mhm.
Ooh.
Yeah, girl, I covered that like it was week before last when the JC stuff. Oh, did you hear that Buddy Lee and Just Krista are talking now?
And I heard they already broke up.
Well,
Because of the fact that people keep telling him, don't be messing with her because she a hooker. Well, that
oh
ZA
yeah.
said, don't be messing with her because she's a hooker. And then on top of that, people were saying about all the people Buddy Lee that messed around with or whatever. So Chris was like, oh, we just gonna be friends. We just gonna be friends.
Well, she was talking about she was gonna be talking to Buddy Lee and Lemon at the same time. I'm like, I thought the Lemon and Just Krista thing was over with. I thought they was just friends.
Girl, this all some bullshit. It's all some bull-ish. Like
I'm
all
gonna
of it. All
I'm
of
gonna,
it.
I'm gonna pull my cooling voice out. It's the overplay for the underplay. I'm pulling my cooling voice out.
But Charlie, I ain't gonna hold you, boo. I'm beginning to feel like it's much deeper with lemons and dragons.
And if you heard her, okay, Miss Kendra was talking about when Dragons first went live for the first like 10-15 minutes of her live or something like that, she was muted the whole time, right? And then when she popped up and her voice on, she laid in like about Lemon being Lemon's beard and her crying about I didn't know he would do this to me. Like I thought we were better than this, and it got pretty rough there. She apologized to Ness that she didn't believe Ness about Lemon being Yag and all this other stuff, and about she apologized to Ness about believing in Lemon and whatnot. And I was like, ooh,
But
this
do
is
you
about
think
to
she's
set off.
doing this because? Do you think she's doing this just because she heard, like, or is this a play? Like, what do you think?
I'm gonna say this: it's about to get real good in these streets. And if I was Ness, now I'm gonna shout out to Ness. I want her to hear me. If anybody is her moderator or knows her personally, and you listen to this broadcast or you catch this replay, tell her that she needs to interview dragons. I'm not saying this against Lemon because I like Lemon too, right? But I'm saying that's gonna bring numbers because it's the hot topic.
Oh, Ness get plenty of numbers, but yeah, it will. Anybody who interview her is gonna bring numbers.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
tell
you
you.
can interview her.
I could interview her. You could interview
No,
her.
why can't
Anybody
you
could.
interview her? Shit.
Well, I mean, I would like to have both of them on a positive platform. I'm gonna shout this out there and put this in the universe. Lemon or Dragons, if you watch this replay and y'all want to have a serious conversation together with no interruptions, my platform is open. Just saying.
LaKendra, I'm gonna take your whole Wi-Fi. She said, "Just Chris is gonna have to pay Buddy Lee. She trying to get her booty ate on the highway."
I'm taking Miss Kendra's devices. Miss Kendra, I'm stealing your devices. I'm gonna steal your devices.
But did you hear? Hold on, y'all. Did y'all hear what Dragon said about her booty?
What she was talking about where he didn't have her hand on her booty?
Girl, you know what I thought of?
What'd you think of?
He's got the whole world in his head. He got the whole wide world. Girl, the way she said it, she was like, okay, like let's say you supposed to have your hand on my booty, but you don't got your hand all the way on my booty, because if you had your hand all the way on my booty, you would have me, but you don't have your hand all the way on my booty, so that means you don't got me. You ain't holding me. You ain't. I'm like, what the hell is she talking about?
And last night when I was trying to play that clip, before I was laying down, because I jumped up there real quick to do that, right? To help Lemon out and help Jay Dunn, because they asked me to pop up there. Dragons thought that Lemon was talking crap about her, or Jay Dunn was at first, and nobody was even saying Dragon's name like that. What had happened was they thought that, oh no, she thought that who was it that popped up? Oh, Miss Max Boogie. She thought that somebody had said something that Dragons had said about Max. I was like, where is this coming from? That was never said. What had happened is in the middle of talking to Max, a troll popped in, and it was one of the trolls done came up with the name Dragon's Cuban Daddy. Um, and they said that's not the real dragons, right? And that's all that was said about dragons during that time period, was that that's not dragons, that's a troll page. And I was like, wait a minute. Since when did anybody say no? They were talking about Lady Nika and Max, right? And because people were stating, Ms. Zintel had stated that, why would Lemon have Max on the Halloween competition if he's doing it in lieu of Lady Nika, because Lady Nika and Max have beef? And Max goes, we don't have beef. I've not heard that Max Boogie and Lady Nika had beef. I've never even heard they had a kerfuffle, but even if they did, everybody knows Lady Nika. Like, if she's having a competition, even if, like, you're not gonna win, I'll tell you that. But even if she don't like you or you got a beef, she'll most likely let you still compete. That's the way I saw it. But yeah, I think the situation with Dragons and Lemon is fisting to amp up because it's now involving others. So now Ness is involved. Now Miss Tracy's involved.
But how is Tracy involved?
Okay, I didn't catch all of Tracy's live, right? But I think they're basically trying to state with Miss Tracy. You know, Miss Tracy's supportive of everyone, and she asked questions. I think she may have asked Dragons a question that Dragons didn't appreciate, and she went off on Tracy. I believe that's what happened. Now, I may be wrong because I didn't catch all the Dragons live, but I believe that's what happened. If I go back and watch, I can bet money on it. That's probably what happened. And you know, Miss Tracy, she like, you ain't gonna talk crap to me. You know, she gonna come back and she gonna say something.
Well, what about last night? Again, I don't know how much you probably saw. You probably saw a lot more than me. But they said in the chat when Lemons was asleep or passed out and he came back, they were saying in the chat how he was dragging Mother. And they were saying, Lemon, you wrong. You was up here dragging Mother and you was dragging they said you dragged James, you insulted Diva Tomboyish, and they said your day is coming, Lemon. And they said also that YouTube is going to take his channel. And for the life of me, Charlie, I don't understand still why this boy ain't started another channel. Like
he needs to get a backup. He needs to get a backup for real. Especially how controversial sometimes his panels are. That way, if in case something happens, right, he has already a monetized backup channel, right, or a channel that can be easily monetized. Because as many numbers as Lemon gets at night, right, even if he didn't monetize it right away, he would get like 1,000 fans or his 1,000 within a day.
Oh, no, Charlie, I had said this morning when I did my quick 30, I said this morning, if Lemon would start another channel, he would have 1K in 30 minutes and be monetized in probably 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't understand why he won't start another channel because he keeps risking the main one.
What was it that Miss Z Sarah said? She said she went to go be nosy. And she was checking stuff out, and you know, she come back over here in safe space, but she went over there and been nosy and said that Dunn, Ness, and Dragons are on one side, and Lemon, Krista, and Bree are on the other, all spilling each other's tea. Ooh, child.
She said Bree.
Lemon, yeah, well, Bree was up on Lemons. Bree was up on Lemons this morning.
See, I had left because I was trying to do a quick live before you went live so I could run over here and get your tea. So I didn't see the end of Lemons live, but it looked like it ended at like 11 and a half hours. And do you know he was still drinking at 8 o'clock this morning? He said, let me take another shot because Dragons just pissed me off. I was like, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. You're still taking shots? What?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I cannot. Even when I was young and before I got my liver condition, right? Before I even got that, I still could not do that.
Oh, Lord, child. So Bree, they said Bree was on Lemons this morning. I'm going to have to go back over there. Yep, I'm going to have to go back over there. Because I ended his live. He was live about 9.5 hours. So I probably can get the rest in about an hour and a half. watch the last hour and a half. Oh, they saying he live now. Oh, I thought y'all meant she was live on his last live. I mean,
He
she was up
ended
there on his
that one,
last live.
but did he go live again? Because I don't see him
Yes.
being live.
Yes.
Oh,
He's live now with like almost 600 in there. That's why I thought y'all was talking about the last live. I didn't know he was live right now.
oh, he done did it again, child. I just realized that. I'm like, Lord, sweet baby Jesus.
Yeah, because
No,
when she said I went over there to be nosy, I'm like, huh? You went where? Like, I was confused.
I would advise him also, Miss LaKendra, to get a backup for the backup, because I'm gonna tell you something. Now when my channel grows more, I will get me my own backup.
Girl, don't wait, Charlie. Don't wait.
I gotta go
Don't wait.
sign up
Get
for
it
a
right
new
now.
Google.
Huh?
And I'm gonna go. Yeah, I just gotta go make me a new Gmail so I can have a secondary account.
Yeah, girl. Like, somebody had told me, when I first started, somebody had told me you want to get a backup channel. So I've always been a firm believer of getting a backup channel, and so that's why I have throw. Remember how VS used to say she had throwaway channels, and I got backup channels. I got actual real other channels, and then I have channels that I don't want to be known about over here. You know what I mean? Because some stuff you just can't do over here because the trolls and things like that. So, but yeah, I do believe that everybody who is a real content creator who values your channel and the money you make on that channel to do a backup. So Charlie, create you another Gmail and start that other channel. And then when it gets monetized, you connect it to this AdSense. Always connected to your main AdSense. Because that's what got Ask April in trouble the first time she tried to monetize a channel. So she tried to use a different Gmail. You have to use a different email for every channel you have, but when it comes to the AdSense, you have to use the AdSense email, the one that's connected to the email. But
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, because I saw where you can add multiple. I saw where you could add multiple channels to the same AdSense account.
That's what I'm talking about. That's how you got to do it. Because if you try to create two AdSense, YouTube will shut your whole monetization down. That's why Ask April couldn't get monetized for like 2 or 3 years, because she was trying to explain. She was fighting back and forth with them the whole time over that. So when I had created my second channel, the first time I created a second channel and it was ready to be monetized, I hit Ask April up and I asked her to explain to me what to do. And I've always gave her credit for that, because I literally was going to do another AdSense on the new channel and I would have been in the same situation.
I can't believe that Just Chris is up there with Lemon right now, y'all. Ooh, I'm like, oh Lord. Child.
Did you see how they was dragging her all night and all day in the morning to the wee hours of the like? That is what, boy, she's strong, because they be wearing her ass out in the chats.
Oh, it's just, I'm gonna say this one right now. It's fisting to get good, y'all. We fisting get to watch the drama go down, because it's fisting be a free for all. I'm out of it. I'm like Bennett and I ain't in it. I support everybody, and if I ain't picking no sides, I like everybody. So I'm just saying that now. I didn't pick sides with Diva, Tomboyish, and Lemon, and neither one of them got mad at me for it, because they know how I am as a person. And also, but I don't be in the amen section neither, talking crap about the other person neither. I just go there and support everybody.
I ain't on nobody's side. It's only a few people on here that I won't do commentary on if it's really something bad going on out here. But everybody else, it's all commentary. I ain't on nobody's side. But Zasara, that's who I thought you meant, Brianna. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was Brianna Simone. We all know it was Brianna Simone. Not Baby Mama Brina. That was on the panel. Yeah, I knew when you said Brianna who you meant, because like when we talk about Brianna over here, it ain't never gonna be Baby Mama Brina. That's her name is Sabrina, so we don't really shorten it over here. It's always gonna be Brianna. Now I will say, I think it's good that Brianna's taking her little time, and so is BS for themselves. But Bree, you got to come back, baby. You got to come back. Even if you just talking about the weather, your people miss you. You know that, right? I know they do, because they care about you and stuff. You know, I just like, I saw Reed's back. Reed is back, regardless if she says she not. I saw her do her live this morning.
So she on a channel, because I heard she was doing lives, then hiding the page again, then doing lives, then hiding the page again, or what?
No, she's on her business. She's on her business backup.
Oh, what's the business channel?
Let me go ahead and it's Black Tea Apparel. I think it's Black Tea Apparel. Hold on, let me make sure I'm right. Yeah, let me find it, and I'll share it out right quick for those who want to see it. She's kept up the videos that she's done, some of them anyway. Not all of them, but some of them. She just did, nope, she got rid of the one from this morning. I didn't get to see it, but she got one this morning. The last live was from 10 days ago. She's kept up some of them, but she is putting them on back, on private or unlisted probably. But that is the backup channel.
Is it Black Tea? Oh, I see it. Black White Tea. Okay.
Oh, she done changed it now. Black and White Tea Apparel. It was just
Black White Tea Apparel.
Yeah, I just shared.
I see it.
Yeah, that's her backup for the backup. That's what she's using now. So she does
using her business channel for B Sector.
That I don't know why she don't just, unless she deleted her channel, which I don't understand. I would not have deleted it. I said the same thing to TMO when she deleted hers. Don't delete your channel. Don't do it. If you work so hard to get all them subbies, right? You work so hard. Do not delete that channel. If you have to private it
or hiding them.
Yeah, either hide it, do something like that, but don't delete it outright. Because that's the only reason I could think that maybe she's just not wanting people to see her live when she's live. Maybe that's what it is.
She's probably just hiding her channel. Most people don't be deleting their channel. They leave, their channel be gone, and then they be right back on that same channel. So I don't know, but me personally, I wouldn't do B Sector content on my business channel. That's just me.
If I was her, I'd bring back another channel, even if she had to create a backup, because she had. I just thought about that too. She had her main channel, and then she was on her backup, and the backup is the one that's gone. I wonder if she still got her main channel. I didn't think about that. I just thought about that because the other channel that she was going live from was the backup because the main channel got struck. I'm gonna actually see if she still got her main. No, it's gone too. What? Yeah. So the backup and the main is gone. I'm like, child, both of them. You could have kept one of them and did your Beef Sector commentary.
LaKendra, go ahead and start you up a channel, girl.
Girl, she got that. She could read too. So, Miss LaKendra, you should totally do one because you got the fighting spirit to be here. Because I seen you woo bang with a few people and you can do it. Like, I'm not a reader. Anybody knows that about me unless you push me. Like, I'm one of those people you have to push over the edge. I'm not the type to just get up and want to argue or do nothing. And I know you don't like to do it either.
Even in my younger days, if somebody tried to argue with me because they want to fight me or something, you know how people be arguing back and forth? Just hit. Just swing. Let's fight and get it over with. I've never been to arguing, going back and forth type of.
I've always been the type to say,
not in school, not in.
Shut up, let's go. That's what I was always. I hated when people yeah. But
somebody get that B almost out their mouth, like you bow, like what? Ain't no talking.
I was always one. If you feel froggy, jump. My mom and daddy told me don't start nothing, but don't take nothing. That's what I was taught as a kid. As long as I didn't start it,
a dragger or a what do you got? Dragger or rose? I never did any of that too much.
Now, I tell you what we did do on the schoolyard. It's what kind of, in some ways, when it's the fun way, the Beef Sector kind of reminds me of when we was little kids. Remember being out on a playground and you'd be making fun of each other, talking about your hair, your clothes, and
Yeah,
talking about
things
like
like
your
that, or
mama.
your mama this, or your mama that, or that type of stuff. But that's
That
just
that
silly shit.
that was stuff. Now that's stuff that I can do because that was something we used to do as little kids, right? We called it janking on each other. You gonna jank on each other. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
we call it jonesing.
Yeah. You gonna get each other, but that was all in good fun, like, because we could do that, make fun of each other, and be friends tomorrow, walk in the playground laughing and cutting up with each other. And then sometimes that would lead to fights, but how far it went. Somebody touched somebody's subject. Well, that's why you ain't got a daddy.
Mm-hmm. That's why your mama get food stamps, knowing all of us in the hood on food stamps and Section 8 and welfare and getting free milk and cheese and butter. Like, it would be, looking back at that shit now, it's so funny because that would be like one of the main things people would say. That's why your mama got food stamps. That's why your mama this. And we'd be like, your mama be right behind us in the line with her own book of food stamps.
That was another thing, is that when people wanted to hit below the belt when you was little kids, it was like if you knew somebody's daddy left or something like that, or they lived with their grandmama or their mama was a crackhead, that was the number one thing you went for when you knew you was losing. Like, I knew somebody who did that. I was sitting there watching it, and I knew they were losing to the other person, and they go, and that's why your mama's a crackhead.
Hold
I
on,
was like,
Linda
ooh.
said, I think nobody from where I be would take me seriously trying to help the missing, but I'm over dragging. That's why I haven't. You be trying to do content on missing people? Is that what you're trying to say? Because there's a lot of channels out there on that stuff. Real crime and things like that, disappearances. They have large followings too. Sometimes you just gotta step out the box and do you.
If that's the content you want to do, you could so do that content, Miss LaKendra. And even though, like, you're associated with the beef sector and the black sector and the Mo3 sector, right? You could still do that commentary, because here's the thing: there's going to be somebody in these sectors that like it, right?
Yep.
And so I think if you want to do missing persons or true crime or any of that other stuff, do it. Don't
Yep.
hold back.
Y'all know my motto. I do everything from the hood to the White House and beyond. I talk about what I want to talk about, TV shows, trending news, B sector, whatever. It's always somebody that's interested in what you got to say, even if it doesn't come from. That's just like how people have businesses or YouTube channels or whatever. And a lot of times the last people to support you is your own family. Not because they don't want to. Like, I have a relative who be buying cakes from a grocery store. And everybody know I'm a personal custom cake decorator, well known in my community. The reason why she don't come to me, though, because my prices is out of her range. She's on a limited income. So sometimes it's not always because they just don't want to. I have family members who don't support my YouTube channel because they don't watch any of the shows I be doing reviews on, or they know nothing about the B sector. So it's not always because people don't want to support you. They might have their reasons. And I say that to say a lot of people in the B sector don't support some of my content. And a lot of people who support that content don't support my B sector. But it's always somebody that's going to follow you, and you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. You've been to look up and you had all kind of subscribers, and had none of them barely from the B sector. But the B sector naturally supports our own. I mean, we might not do it very, very, very heavy if you're not a beefer per se. But for the most part, I think you still get some support from here as well. Yeah.
I still do, and I don't be dragging like that.
Yeah. Or do what Charlie said and Zasara said. Yeah, start you a whole new like I got other channels that they don't know about over here, and I have content on them. So start you another channel and let it grow naturally, organically. And if somebody in the B sector happen to find you over there, they happen to find you. But yeah, some people don't promote certain stuff over here because they don't want nobody going over to the other channel.
Hey, I don't mind it, because that's why I always say I give a little mess with the message. Like we talk about the mess, right? But then it's somewhere in between there, I'm gonna give a little bit of message with the mess, right? I have to have a little bit of the mess. I'm in the messy sector. I'm in the beef sector, right?
Right. And that's just like the other day when K Fit had hit. Who panel did K Fit hit? When they brought up her children.
Wasn't that women's too?
A View had brought up her children, talking about, I don't apologize. I don't take back what I said about people shouldn't have their kids over here on YouTube. And K-Fit had to say once again, I was doing videos on me and my child before I even started doing B-sector content and on fashions and other things. And she said, although I appreciate, the concern, I'm gonna keep doing what I've been doing. And people, my son know he loves me, that I love him and I care about him, and he's the most person, whatever she said. And a lot of people over here know that I am a great parent. My son knows I'm a great parent. And she's like, I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. So some people don't feel the need to create a whole totally different channel. And then somebody else said something on the panel and said, well, don't you think that B-sector people over here who might have a child that's autistic, could learn and get something from K-Fit? So why should she have to create a whole nother channel when people over here could probably benefit from it too? But some people don't feel the need. And I always say, I shout out to K-Fit, because even though some people be talking trash, she still be up there doing her stuff. And her channel is constantly growing.
Well, that's like when she first started out, me and you were the ones that you, Corio over there on your channel at the Hood Table, we was encouraging K-Fit to start her channel, because if she's gonna go ahead and be on other people's platforms all the time, why not do her own? And she needed that push, because she was like, I do content, but I really don't do it. You know what I'm saying? And everybody in the sector was telling her to do it, like if you're gonna be doing a lot of these panel shows, why not start your own channel?
And I love the commentary that she would give on other people's channels. So a lot of people had her back. A lot of people over here was encouraging her to start her channel, and I'm so glad she did. I really do love her channel, and that goes for you too. There's a lot of people. I mean, you, Very Carey, even with TMO, before she started hers, I was like, it's so many of y'all who give yourself over and over, almost daily sometimes, to these other platforms. And y'all could be doing your own thing on your own panel.
Well, that's like, when people were telling that to Yaya and so many others, to like, hey, you should do your own thing because you have such an amazing rhetoric. Like, and then they finally did. And everybody's like, oh my God. That's like Miss Ronnie IQ. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people loved her from over at Lipstick Alley. And they were like, well, why don't you tell all the tea over there? Why don't you just do it on your own channel? That's a lot of people in this sector, if you realize how they started. Like even when Brianna, I remember when Brianna first started, like a lot of people that ain't been here for a long time, I remember Brianna before there was a Pettyville.
So do I.
When we'd had like 5, 6 people in the chat. And that's why I still pick at Brianna. She said Trey Songz ain't her man no more. But wait, after he had that kerfuffle and what had happened to him. But a long time ago, when he first started out, right, and everybody was still liked him and whatnot, she had a thing for him. And I used to say that was Brianna's man. It was Trey Songz.
Trey Songz.
We used to be over there talking about peach popsicles and the little pizza bagels.
She used to have a few people in her chat, and I remember she used to always be like on VS's panel and on the what's that shit they used to call it, the train, the Mess Express.
The Mess Express.
Yeah, Mess Express, TSCC, all that type of stuff. I remember she barely had people in her channel, and then people started subscribing to her, but she like really, really blew up after VS left. Her channel like really, really gained a lot more, speed.
I will say that it was to do with, in my opinion, she really started gaining the traction when she started doing her interviews. Like if you watched her interviews that she started, like, because before then she had her people, but it wasn't like what it is now. When she started doing like more of her interview type style things, like when she was interviewing Wiley, she was interviewing who was that other person? Mo Sticky, a few other people. Like when she was, I can't remember that other person's name, but there's if you go back and look at her channel, you'll see them because she still got them up, I believe. But she did a lot of her interviews, and that really boosted. Because like I left for a little while, came back, I was like, wow, there's a lot of new people over here. You know what I'm saying? What? Because I knew just about every single moderator that she had in the beginning.
Right.
Knew
Well,
them
see,
personally.
when you left, before she even started doing all those big interviews, her channel started gaining a lot of attraction. It was like literally after VS left. Like a lot of people, because a lot of people who was so fond of VS, they was also fond of her supporters as well. And the people in TSCC. So a lot of people, started hanging out over there. And Bree did start doing all these interviews. Remember with what's that big guy name? The one who went to prison? DJ, what was his name? The dude from Louisiana who went to prison, and he was doing all those prison shows, and Brianna had interviewed him. And they were also over there on that other platform. What's that other platform that people start going on to make money?
Talking about Bigo?
Yeah, Bingo. Were you here in? Or you were
Well,
still in?
I was around. Here's the thing. I would still pop back in at Brianna's all the time to check on her to make sure she was okay. I did Shaky. Max Shaky.
That's it,
Yeah.
Shaky. Yeah, when she did the interview with Shaky.
MC
Oh, and then when she was on what's we call it panel, the one they say don't like women, what's his name? The one where they say MU is from that black
dang it. If you
What
hadn't
is
just
his
asked.
name? Oh my God. Why am I drawing a blank on this good Monday morning? Anyway, y'all know who I'm talking about. But yeah, she had went on his panel and he had interviewed her, or she was interviewing him. I don't even remember which way it went. But yes, her interviews got her a lot of attraction as well. Because Brianna has always been a great interviewer. Always. Like she always asks the right questions. She asks questions that don't nobody think of. And somebody else does that too. There's somebody else here that does really great interviews. I can't think of her name off the top of my head, but yeah, she does some really great interviews. But yeah, but yeah, I've been subscribed to Brianna since way back before her channel was even big. I was subscribed to Brianna when she was over there making her cakes and all that stuff way back.
Oh yeah, the pound cake.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Let me say this: I've known Brianna since before she even like started her channel. Before she even started going live. Like when she first started going live, I was in there when there was like 2 or 3 people, 4, 5, 6 people, and we just be in there talking and laughing and cutting up. And I come back, like I left for a little while because I was dealing with some health issues also around the time that VS left. And so I'd come back and I'd check on her. I'd come back one day and there was new moderators. People had changed their names and people was having to tell me who they was because I was like, wait, who is that again? I was like, because they went through a point where they changed their names, right? And they knew who I was because when I popped down the chat, oh Charlie, you know what I'm saying? I was like, wait a minute, there's new people here. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of new people.
Yep. And a lot of people knew me from my main channel. And I was telling people, I said, I'm gonna start another channel. And when I started that other channel, see, that's another thing too that I think is a good idea. When you do start another channel, start hitting chats under that channel so people can get to know you and know who you are. Because when I did start doing commentary on that channel, people were like, oh, that's Tanya from over there. And they're like, yeah. Because people at first were like, who is the Hood Table? Are you new here? I've been here for years. I'm just on my, second channel.
Yeah,
but that helps because people would start subbing to that channel too.
I was like, wait, who is you? And he was like, oh, it's Tanya. Oh, okay, girl.
And that's what everybody did when they realized who it was. They're like, oh, that's my girl. That's our girl. Yeah, she ain't no troll.
Yeah,
But the
transfer
funny
your
thing
thoughts.
is, because of my name, people think that I'm a guy when they see the hood table.
That
And
is
it's
funny.
so funny because yesterday, remember the girl I was telling you about? I had just saw her chat for the first time yesterday, and I was in her chat. She was getting all on trolls, and she said something like, some matter of fact, it was so weird because her only mod in there, when I suggested that she should get more mods, her only mod in there said, if the hood table, if he show up again and start supporting you, make them a mod too. And I was like, I am not a he, I am a she. And why would you suggest that? And this is my first time in her chat.
Yeah, no, you gotta watch people and see who sticks around. You know what I'm saying? Like I am doing that, trying to add more mods myself because, not everybody is free, at the time that I go live. Some people are busy. Some people can pop in for a little while. That way, when I am live, if there, at least there's one or two mods in the chat at all times.
Well, if I can't even hit the panel, I'm still here. But sometimes I'll be working, so I can't hit the panel. But I'm still here. But sometimes I do. Sometimes I
You be
don't
working.
necessarily like to even do that because sometimes when you're working or when you're busy or distracted, you drop down and people be talking to you and talking to you and talking to you. Then I come back and like a whole bunch of people that said hi to me and I wasn't there. And I be feeling like people might think that I'm ignoring them or something. So sometimes I drop down, but when I'm working or sometimes I don't. I just be in the clouds because I don't want people to think that I'm ignoring them if I don't respond.
Oh no, I do the same thing sometimes. You may not see me all the time, Hood Tab, but I'm pretty much at all your lives. And a lot of the like TV show reviews, some of those shows I don't watch, and I don't like if I do want to go watch them, I'm scared to get spoilers. So what I'll do is I'll put you on in the background so that you still get that view. You know what I'm saying? And I click that like button, and I just be sitting there, chilling, doing other things. But like even
And that's
sometimes.
understandable. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I'm always, even if people don't see me, that's the thing about Miss Ronnie IQ thought I wasn't sharing her out or whatnot, and that's what people had told me, right? I was still there. She just didn't know it. That's the same thing with YTC this morning. When I'm running around doing something, I don't have a second to spare because I'm trying to get my coffee together. I'm trying to get my dogs taken out. I'm trying to do this, that, and the next thing before I have my live schedule that I do every morning. So the first thing I do when I get up, and if I get up late, I'm trying to catch their replays, right? I'm trying to red ball. I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss nothing. And even if they don't see me, they don't know. I'm still there. I still, as soon as I came in, I make sure I always hit that like button when I first pop on the live so I won't forget to hit that like button. And I know that it helps with the channel's analytics, right? So I'm always going to, even if you don't see me, sometimes I still be there.
Well, see, that's one thing I understand. Like I was saying earlier, everybody is not going to support every video. Even people most closest to you, your family and friends, they don't support, a lot of our content. Most of them don't even know we on here. So it's understandable because if somebody's discussing something that I'm really not interested in, I might go in and hit the like. I might even share it. But if I'm not going to stay in nobody's chat if I'm not really interested in what they're talking about. Just like I don't expect somebody to stay in my chat if you don't want to hear what I'm talking about. Like, see, that's one thing we can't get twisted on here. We can support people without supporting every single thing they do. It doesn't mean that we don't care about you or we care about you less. A lot of the TV shows that I do, a lot of people who support me on other stuff be like, girl, I'm sorry, but I don't watch that shit. And it's understandable. It's like no shade. So
I'm still going to
I
give you
don't
the
hold
click and the
people to
view.
the fire. Like I didn't heard people say that shit though before. Some people hold people to the fire. Like I don't care what I'm talking about. If you don't like it, you should still support and you should still be here. You should still watch and you should still. I done heard people say that before, and that's not right. That's not right at all.
Yeah, I'm always trying to make sure I support everybody, though, that you know me and how my heart is. And so, yeah, if I have a second to spare, a lot of times I do. You'll see me share out right before I go live. I'll share out everybody who's live before I go live. And, and even when I end my live, I always try to go look on my And now sometimes YouTube be tripping and somebody be live that I didn't see because I am subscribed to a lot of people, and sometimes it don't give you the notification for certain folk. But I always
Mhm.
try to do that. Like, that's just me.
Well, yeah, and it's okay to support a lot of people. I support a lot of people. You see me in a lot of chats.
Hmm.
But sometimes, I mean, I do extra support for those who show me extra support. Like the people who always share me, I share them. The people who always, things like that. Like I don't share every single person's video in the B sector, even if I watch them. But those people who always share me, I share them. People who join my memberships, I try to join their memberships. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of people out here who are CCs who have people subscribe to their memberships and they don't return the favor. Like I can pay for your membership, but you can't pay for mine. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, return the favor. I when I got a little bit extra money, what I do? Hood type? I hit that. I hit that membership real quick. But that's the thing, Like I try to support everybody, and sometimes it gets a little much because there's a lot of people that I support, and sometimes I miss certain things, and then I feel bad. I'm like, oh crap, I missed this person. You know what I'm saying?
right, and I ain't no rich bitch, so I can't support everybody and give a cash app to everybody and join everybody's memberships and all that kind of stuff. But for the most part, when I see somebody join my membership, I try to join their membership as well. You know what I'm saying? It's just like we got to support each other on here. But some of us give way more support to people who don't show us hardly any support. So I don't overextend myself like that to anyone.
Oh,
Like
child, when I
you were
first
saying,
started out Hood Table, my time management was so terrible as a content creator that I was running myself ragged, child. I really was when I first, because I was trying to be overzealous. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make sure I ain't miss nothing. And now I am learning about time management and, trying to get things to where I'm not overly spending it on here, but still getting the information that needs to be put out, right? But not making myself to where I'm staying up to 12, 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
exactly. That's why when I do commentary on here, if y'all don't see me on here for a minute, it's probably because I really haven't been interested in some of the stuff that's going on. And I just don't jump on here just to talk about anything out the side of my head. I really usually come on here with a purpose of something to discuss. And a lot of times I might be in this chat or that chat or that chat, but haven't watched the whole thing. So I might sit and chill and watch a lot of people do commentary. Then I'll come up and do a little commentary on whatever. But we can't, YouTube cannot be life for us. I mean, when you have families, kids, husbands, wives, parents, jobs, school, people would literally be making a YouTube life. Like we supposed to have a life outside of here as well. So that's why I say all the time, I don't understand how people can be on here all day, all night, and be having people at home. That's a lot. That's a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah, I can't be here all the time, but I'm sure gonna be try to, get my commentary in, try to make sure I don't miss like the main stories that are going around. Like at the time, I'm gonna say it like this: when I first started, I was trying to pinpoint every single little tiny detail down to
Don't you
the
do
T.
it. Mm-mm.
Child, it was getting to the point I was staying up to 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I had pages and pages of notes.
No, what you do is this what you do. Unless some shit is going down like back to back to back to back, and it's just like a ping pong table, like this morning. Dragons will lie, lemon will lie. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's like, oh girl, they was over here and this. But when it comes to 10, 15 people having lives throughout the day in every sector, don't feel like you got to report on all that shit. Save some for another show. You know you can get more content out of breaking all that shit up, right?
Yep,
That's just like when I be covering the P. Diddy's, the R. Kelly's, all the trending news. I listen and watch so much, then I create a video. I'll be having all these notes and shit and all these links to refer to. Then I'll come back maybe the next day or the next day and do a little bit more content on that topic. But don't feel, girl, that's girl, you would drive yourself crazy trying to cover every darn thing that goes on here.
Oh, it was getting to the point that I was staying up till like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, trying to get every single little tiny details. Now I'm paying attention to like the main things,
the
like
main shit, right?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And at one time I was even saying like if let's say just example, Miss LaKendra and Miss Coffee had a beef in a chat. But they were well known.
Taking notes, all that too.
I was taking all the notes. I was copying things from chats. I was posting. Like I had like when you if I look at my older notes, I had everything down. Now I still do. If I know two people are beefing, it's the main storyline. I will try to get their words verbatim, if that makes sense, so that I can literally say exactly what they said and repeat like the main points, right? Like if I go back and look,
like when Linda said, "Why couldn't you come back over here to Daddy?"
Yeah, and and then Dragon said, "Well, it's like you touching my booty, but not touching my booty." So
And
I'm trying to
really
say that
me in my hands. You ain't really had me in your hands, girl. That shit. Ooh.
that's the main talking points, right? So it's like I try to get verbatim when two people are beefing, going back and forth, especially if it's a hot topic, right? Exactly what they say, not like
Mm-hmm. And you can always save some of the other stuff for later, or I know you only go live once a day, so you can still say some stuff for another show, or you don't have to. Girl, don't, you're gonna burn yourself out. When I used to do TV show reviews, like a lot of them, when I first started, like 7 years ago, doing TV show reviews, I used to do like every TV show, like all the Housewives, all the Basketball Wives, all the Love and Hip Hop, all the Black Inks, all the Miamis. I mean, I did it all. And then on top of that, I was doing the TV series shows like Greenleaf. There's all kind of different shows. I burnt myself out because I swear to God, every day I was doing 2 to 5 TV show reviews, but I was uploading them. So I wasn't live, but I was doing them every day of the week. And I got totally burnt out. I got so burnt out that I stopped doing them all together. And so now what I do my every 3 months or whatever, when the seasons wrap up and something else come on, I do my most favorite shows. I do like 3 or try to go no more than 4. So I can still have free time to do trending news or B sector. But I dwindled it all down to like 3 shows a quarter. So that's what I had to do. You will burn yourself out. And you'll get so tired you won't even want to be on here no more. So yeah. Don't overextend yourself.
I sure was overextending myself though in the very beginning because I was so overzealous, so excited, right? That I was trying to be Miss Patty Perfect. And I realized, oh, child, I ain't going to be perfect.
And you can't please everybody. And don't be trying to please everybody. Don't be trying to please everybody. Don't ever try to outdo something that's not being done for you. That's all I have to say on that note.
Well, you're right.
We can support everybody in this sector, but sometimes we overextend ourselves and we go way over and beyond the call of duty to support others and do not receive it back the same way. So that's all I'm trying to say. Support those who support you, support people in the sector, but just, you know what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, child, I need to get on up out of here because I got to get to work soon. I'm about to order me a little breakfast because Charlie, guess what I did?
What'd you do, girl?
Don't laugh.
I'm gonna go ahead and laugh. Okay,
Oh,
now
Lord.
tell me. Now tell me.
The first time I used my new blender, guess what I did?
You didn't go ahead and it went on back to heaven, did it?
No. But after I made my little smoothie and I showed my little video, my little tutorial, why when I was cleaning that bitch, I cut myself?
Oh Lord, no, you didn't. That stuff hurts too.
Charlie, I cut myself so bad I had to call 911.
Oh no, you didn't, girl.
So I've been running around here, not able to use one hand.
We still gotta have that repass for all the
Girl, well, while you planning the repass, keep me in your prayers because I swear to God, the minute I cut my hand, all my Thanksgiving cake orders start coming in. And I'm like, oh my God, my hand has to totally be healed by Thanksgiving. There's no way I can do as many cakes and the decorating and the frosting and designs and all that with one hand. And so I'm up here like, oh my God, I'm under so much pressure because a lot of people didn't already pay for their orders because, you know, with holiday orders, they got to be paid for 3 weeks in advance. A lot of people's already put in their money because they know I can only do so many cakes because I'm one person and it's first come, first serve. So I already got money sitting in the bank for people's orders. And I'm like, Lord Jesus, please. And every day I got to rewrap my finger and, you know, put ointment on it and wash it. And it's still split. Like it's child. I don't know.
I'm gonna say a little prayer for your finger. Dear baby Jesus, please let her hand heal before it's time to make all these cakes. Because you know that she loves making these cakes. And yes, dear Lord, she's the best at it. And she don't like doing, you know, weird work or nothing like that because of her hand being messed up. So
girl, I'm a professional.
She a professional. So let that hand heal, dear Lord.
Thank you. Amen, Miss Coffee. Amen. What up, Noble? How you doing? Miss Coffee said, Lord, yes, Miss Coffee. It was bad. It is bad. I'm talking about it was bad. It is bad.
Now, I did hear about Noble and the kerfuffle that I thought him and Miss Tracy had a ceasefire and then they reading each other again. Now, I did hear about that. I thought y'all had a ceasefire, child. I thought there wasn't gonna be no more fighting. That you was gonna leave.
You over there trying to get cussed out by Tracy. Lord.
I heard about it now. I heard about it on the streets. You know, the streets be talking. The streets be talking.
Now you know Tracy gonna be cussing you out from here to Thanksgiving if y'all get into it.
So Noble said that she came at him. Okay. That's what Noble said. Now see, I didn't say that. So you can't beat me up. I just heard about the kerfuffle. I just heard about it.
That is too funny. And on that note, I'm about to get out of here. I'm gonna run over and try to catch up with everybody while I'm working. But I love you. Congratulations again to getting your memberships. And thanks to everybody who joined us this morning. Love you guys.
Thank you to her table. Love you, boo. Have a good day at work.
All right. Bye-bye.
So yeah, I was just saying, Mr. Noble, I had seen the kerfuffle. I had seen it did. There's a lot going on. Yeah, you gotta worry about yourself sometimes and do your own thing. Do your own thing. But I did see that Just Krista is live, and we're gonna see. I gotta go rewatch Miss Tracy this morning. I gotta go rewatch the live that Lemon just did not long ago. It ended about 12 minutes ago, so I gotta go check that out. Lemon, go get you some sleep, bro. Get some sleep. Go get on the Discord and watch y'all some movies or something till you fall asleep. Get you some sleep. Child, y'all need some sleep. Okay, so I'm gonna run down through the list of who we got live right now. We got I'm gonna go from the top. We got Just Krista's live, and her title states Monday. Oh my God, what is going on now? Then we got Core TV. Now the Lillian Simon case is still going, so I'm gonna give updates when the Liliana, Jay Dunn's gonna get my butt. Liliana, whatever you want to say. Leilani. Dang it, I did it again, Jay Dizzle. The Leilani case is still going, and the Sarah Boone trial is actually starting now. It's day 2. So they're going to be giving out stuff. For Topic Tuesday, I am going to be going over these trials. I got another one that Jay Dunn popped to me. So we're going to break down some of these cases, get some of the information. You know, I like waiting until the information comes out so we can go over what has been said, right? So Law and Court TV is taking care of that right now. If y'all want to go watch them, Duchess Kelly Love is live. And his live says, well, it shows that, Duchess Kelly Love is live. I'm going to share Duchess out. Y'all need to go make sure you support Duchess. He's what's popping and reminiscing. So he's talking about some, stuff over there. I'm going to pop his live right here because Duchess Kelly Love is he must be off today because y'all know he be working and taking care of everything. And then we got also King Zero Tolerance is live. And he says, let's me honest. That's what his title says. Let's me honest. So I don't know if that's a play off of Let's Be Honest's name or it's Let Me Be Honest. Not sure. Big Rav, Big Nutta is live with the YSL trial. So if y'all want to watch the YSL trial, that person is live. We got the Truth Enterprise is live. She doesn't have anything written in her title. Then we have For the Love of London. They are live right now. It says Blunts and BS, Big Wigs and BS. Then we have It's With It TV. They're also covering the YSL trial. It Is What It Is TV. Or It's With It. I think that they cover different things in real life and all that stuff. They're from the Mo3, if I'm not mistaken, is how I started following them. And then I believe that's right now what's live for everybody to know. So I'm going to go over there and I'm going to support Duchess and I'm going to support, and I'm also going to share Just Krista's for those who want to go over there to Just Krista's channel. She has come over here and poured into me, so I'm going to pour into her chat as she states. But I did create a new video. I do have my memberships. Thank you to everyone again. I am going to have a party about it. I'm going to try to get up with Mr. Buddy Lee and see if he can DJ because I want to be able to play music and us have a turn up and have a fun time. So I'm going to get up with Mr. Buddy Lee. I'm going to try to hit him up on his community wall or something like that. Maybe try to get his Instagram and hit up Mr. Buddy Lee and see what's up. Because Mr. Buddy Lee is one of the best DJs. I swear, he's so good at it. But I'm going to go ahead and say thank y'all. I need to change something right quick. I'm going to add the new thank you video that I did as my outro. In fact, I'm going to play it for just a second right quick. Make sure the sound is right. Let me make sure the sound is right. Okay, the sound is right. I just had to check the sound, y'all. I had to check the sound, make sure that, because the last time, y'all. Yes. Miss Coffee, also, if y'all ain't know, I need to shout out Miss Coffee right quick because Miss Coffee does amazing. She doesn't do beef sector content, but she does amazing banners, amazing graphics. If you haven't seen her channel, you should. And let me share channel, copy link. Miss Coffee. Y'all need to support her because she supports a lot of people. She's good to a lot of people. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop this up there. The champ, I'm getting ready to drop out of here right quick. Thank you though for popping up. If you want to come back on another day. But make sure that you Yes, Miss Coffee. You just let me know. And I'm going to try to make sure that it's not going to be on a morning show. I want this to be in the afternoon. I'm going to make a little thing. Hey, Kenna. And so I shared out Miss Coffee. Y'all need to subscribe to her. She's an amazing content creator and does a lot of amazing things. I shared the live for both Duchess Kelly Love and Just Krista. If you could go over there and pop down and show them some love. I know that some of y'all are in double streams right now, so thank y'all for being here. And we're going to get out of here and have a good day. Thank you for those who participated in Mod Monday today. Thank you, Mama Global. And thank you, The Hood Table. And thank you for those in the chat that were also participating. Next Monday, we're going to try this again and see. I'm going to try to reach out to some mods and see maybe if we can get more over here, because I would like to have a conversation to see how people feel as moderators. But we also do get a little messy on Mondays, and sometimes we have mysteries. That's why it's called Messy, Mod, and Mysteries, because we talk about moderating. We talk about all the good things. Tomorrow is Topic Tuesday. We are going to be covering some true crime things on Tuesday. So if you want to pop in for that, I am going to try to keep an eye and abreast on all this developing story of Lemon and Dragons and what's going on there, and Just Krista and everything else. I am going to talk to see what's going on about the party and we're going to have a party and a celebration. We're going to celebrate good times. Thank you all for showing up, showing out, hitting that like button, showing me some love. And I will see y'all all later on these streets. Bye, y'all. Bye to all my beautiful angels.
I'm from the TUBELO. I'm reppin' my hood, so love I'm gon' show from the TUBELO. I'm reppin' my hood to the day that I go from the TUBELO. I'm reppin' my hood, so love I'm gon' show from the TUBELO. I'm reppin' my hood to the day that I go.
I'm from the west side, we don't need no introduction, this was the best ride. We all big boy rolling and holding, come take a test drive. Hilldale, Evergreen, Glenkirk, Outer Street, bending every corner on the west, and that's where I'll be. Sunroof back, Captain C banging down 1800, chunking up the deuce to my post slanging down on 1800. Show no love to the ladies that's training round on 1800, making time stand still. Crystalline swinging down on 1800, watching out for them knuckleheads that be stanging round on 1800. Big rims and low pros be blanging round on 1800. Better completely change the way you're thinking about around 1800. Really hate to see you boys get left slanking around 1800. Out of street got some history, just let Captain C lay it out. If I don't finish it all on this one, let the second verse play it out. Remember the blue apartments when OG standing back there by 60 deep. Bull walking, saw blue a big Anthony Hughes and Pee.
I'm from the TUBELO. I'm reppin' my